Whoa! Whoa!
Whoa!
Whoa!
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa!
Holy sh! Hey everybody, I'm John Vogel. I write and draw the comic strip Skitter, which you can read at skittercomic.com. I'm sitting here in my basement with a green screen, some lights, a camera, and my trusty Wacom tablet, which I draw my comic strips on. What I'm going to try to do is see if I can get myself drawing the comic strips on video so you can see them right here about, I don't know.
I don't know what I'm doing right now.
I'm just trying it out. Just gonna draw, see what happens. A little bit about Skitter. It's a comic strip featuring a bunch of bugs and a girl named Luna. The girl is actually based off my daughter, Luna. Some of the characters are Jack the Spider, Chip the Cricket, Gypsy the Moth, and Luna the Kid. It's a humorous comic strip that comes out every Tuesday and Thursday. Anyway, I'm going to turn on my pad and let's see how this works. Alright. So what I got here is a quick little comic strip that I wrote up yesterday. It's pretty simple. I have no idea if it's funny, but I'm going to draw it. I've already created a layer here I'm going to call Gypsy. And I'm going to make it a blue layer. Alright, so grab myself a pencil. And I think, yeah, the width is pretty good. Alright, so I'll pick black here. I usually start when I'm drawing these. I do the head first.
Pretty much all the time.
I'll put the pupils in once I figure out where Jack is going to be. So this is Gypsy. She's a moth. Antenna like feathery things. She did something I've never done before. I have her three hair things. One's kind of going up and the others are, on the other side is kind of going down. Since it's a semi-tense moment right here, I'm going to bring them both up. I just created a lasso tool and grabbed that section. Gypsy and Jack are kind of polar opposites. And they tend to argue a lot with each other. So that's what this is. This strip is basically them arguing with each other. Gypsy is a gypsy moth. Alright, so here's something I noticed. I don't like that she's standing so upright. I kind of want her to be I want both of them to be in each other's face a little bit. So I'm going to move her head over a little bit. Since she's saying, I'm smarter than you, she's going to be pointing at herself. Alright, I'm going to try to draw Jack. I'll give him a different color. I usually use this kind of brown. And, alright, so He's got 4 eyes. Jack is a spider. People have asked me what kind of a spider he is. He's not a specific species of spider. He's just a spider, a hairy spider. So he's his own species. There was a point in the storyline where Jack and Gypsy were a kind of boyfriend-girlfriend, which doesn't make any sense because that's a predator and prey, you know, a spider and a moth. But whatevs. Little important fact. Jack only has 6 legs. Now I know spiders are supposed to have 8, but I'm not going to draw freaking 8 legs on this guy every time I draw him. So some people have had a hard time with that. At the same time, they don't have any problem with Gypsy only having 4 limbs, even though she should have 6. So anyway, let's get back to drawing. What happened? Turn the layer off. I do that a lot. My hand is resting on the tablet, and my palm will just turn things on and off. It's kind of annoying. All right, so since he's got extra arms, I'm going to show you a little trick here. I don't feel like drawing the other arm down here, so copy. Paste. So now I have another arm pasted right there. I don't have to draw it, and it looks exactly the same. Now the trick is to turn off. I want to combine them. Oops. I want to combine these guys, those 2 elements, the 2 arms, into the same thing. The same layer. So I can't do that when they're both colorized like that, so I gotta turn them both back to their normal black line. Now I can combine them. I say merge with layer below, turn it back on, get that same color back, boom. Now I've got another arm, another hand, and I didn't have to draw it. Of course, it probably would have taken me just as long to draw it as it did to do that little trick, but one of the benefits is that I get something that looks exactly the same. All right, where am I? Okay. So, and I can do the same here with this other arm, and I think I will.
Because I like to cheat.
And there you go. Now I've got the 2 characters yelling at each other. All right, next panel. Let's do a new layer. Whoops. Gypsy. Did I spell that right? Yes, I did. Turn her blue. Grab the pencil. That's the thing I like about doing digital, is I can move stuff around. I'm not, like I just did that copy with the hands, or just taking something, hey, I don't like where it's placed, I don't like its scale, I can change that. I like that a lot about drawing digitally. Alright, so she's saying 0.
Look, Jack, your IQ must be, what, 0?
So I'm gonna have her doing a little 0. Now my bugs only have 3 fingers, 2 fingers and a thumb. It can be a little bit difficult to get them to do the right kind of hand position. Like if I wanted them to give someone the bird, it'd be really, really difficult to do because it would just look like they're pointing straight up in the air.
Bing, bing.
When I draw these guys, I like to draw the palm first. When I draw their arms and hands, I like to draw the palm first because I can kind of get it positioned where I like it. I think this stinks. I'm gonna hit some undos. Get rid of that arm. Let's see. All right, now we're going to draw Jack. This chair that I'm sitting in is kind of awkward. It's this really, really weird little funky 90s chair. Some kind of, I don't know, that thing you kneel on. It's bizarre. And I thought it'd be good for green screen. And it probably is good for green screen. It's horrible to sit and draw with if you have to hunch over.
It hurts my shins.
I hope the sound is okay. I just plugged a microphone into the camera and it's a cheap microphone. I'll have a better sound system maybe later, but for now you got to deal with the sound of my basement. Yeah, I like this better. It's like,
Yeah, 0 times 1,000.
so here is another trick I like to use. I'm gonna copy this Jack because I really don't want him to move much or change his position. He just made a, whoops. What just happened? All right, move it to the other layer. Move it over here. This way I don't have to redraw an entirely new Jack. So I can change a little bit of the new drawing without having to start from scratch. I save myself a ton of time doing things like this. He's standing there with his mouth closed. Done. I just drew him. I just drew another Jack. And I'm gonna draw Gypsy. Basically, this is a pause moment. There's no dialogue there because Gypsy is thinking. There's an understanding that's happening in this panel where Jack has just put his foot in his mouth. I don't know if you've noticed this, but my pencils are really sloppy and loose. That's kind of on purpose. I don't want to think too much about it. In this stage, I want things to just kind of happen. I want the art to just kind of flow. That way it feels more like art. Also, I'm not thinking too hard. If I think too hard, it probably won't look right. Another reason to do it kind of loosely and rough is speed. I can get these things done a lot quicker if I'm not thinking about the details in the pencils. I'll think about the details in the inking stage, which is next. I wonder if I can give her body language a little bit more, sticking her butt out a little bit or something, you know what I mean? Oh, battery's running low. I gotta quit this pretty soon. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Scribble! Whoops, it didn't work. Scribble! Scribble, scribble, scribble. Did you see that?
Scribble. Scribble. Scribble.
Alright, I now have cable, tablet all plugged in, and I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna finish this penciling of this comic strip. Actually, finishing this is gonna be easy because I'm gonna be
cheating.
All right, here we go. Back to drawing. And I'm gonna cheat. And there, Gypsy's done. Actually, I need her to be looking at you. So that doesn't quite look like she's looking at you. So I'll fix that. Whoa! Whoa!
Whoa!
Whoa!
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa!
Holy sh! Oh my god. Alright, so here's what happened. Oh god. Wait, I don't even know what happened now.
I don't know what I'm doing right now.
Okay, so whatever happened, this thing stopped recording. So I just drew basically the last panel, a bunch of the last panel, and it didn't record me. The strip is drawn. The comic strip is penciled, and I'm kind of pissed, actually, because that last little bit was fun. So anyway, here's what it looks like. One of the things that I did was I tilted him a little bit more in, and I gave him that smarter mouth. And that's basically what didn't get recorded. I think I'm gonna stop here. The next video I'm gonna do will be the actual rendering of the characters, which means inking, coloring, shading, sticking them in the comic strip. Thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe and turn on your alerts. If you want to read more Skitter comics, you can go to skittercomic.com. You can follow on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Patreon. All right, so that's it. I'll check you guys later. Bye. I need to come up with a catchphrase at the end that's better than bye. I'll think of one later. Bye.